Saudi non-oil business growing at its slowest rate in 11 months, and UAE PMI reveals business confidence is at a post-pandemic high. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Non-oil business is still growing in Saudi, but at the slowest rate for 11 months, according to the Riyadh Bank Saudi PMI survey. The headline index was 56.6 in August, down from 57.7 in July. Concerns over market competition depressed estimates for future activity in August, with confidence falling to its lowest level since the first half of 2020. Riyadh Bank says non-oil activities have expanded despite the continuous challenges arising from input prices and high interest rates. Meanwhile, Saudi will invest up to $25 billion in Pakistan over the next 2 to 5 years in various sectors, according to Pakistan's caretaker Prime Minister Anwar al-Haq Kakar. Kakar says Saudi's investment would come in the mining, agriculture and IT sectors and as part of a push to increase FDI in Pakistan. Pakistan is dealing with a balance of payments crisis and requires billions of dollars in foreign exchange to finance its trade deficit and repay its international debts. Growth in the UAE's non-oil business activity eased in August to the slowest pace in 6 months, but business confidence rose to its highest since before the pandemic. The S&P Global UAE PMI slowed to 55 in August from 56 in July. But non-oil businesses showed a greater degree of confidence that growth will be sustained over the next year. Most PMI indicators were positive, with uplifts in input purchases, inventory building, job creation, and improving supply chain conditions. The UAE has pledged $450 million to the Africa Carbon Markets Initiative at the continent's first climate summit held in Nairobi. The summit aims to achieve a unified stance ahead of upcoming global conferences and to be deliberate on funding solutions for the continent's environmental priorities. ACMI is an initiative aimed at boosting Africa's carbon credit production by 19 times by 2030. At the summit, it received pledges worth hundreds of millions of dollars, including the UAE's deal. Financial services firm Adhere Capital Dubai has partnered with fintech firm Claim to launch a $100 million fund focusing on investments in the healthcare sector. Claim specializes in AI-powered solutions for assessing insurance claims. The fund will target businesses harnessing cutting-edge AI to bolster healthcare providers. Adhere says the UAE's healthcare sector has $1.2 billion in medical claims caught in processing. It aims to address these delays and generate an annual return of 6 to 12%. Egypt's non-oil private sector kept shrinking at a subdued rate in August, while expectations for the future improved marginally. S&P Global Egypt PMI index remained at 49.2 in August, unchanged from July, and still below the 50 threshold that separates growth from contraction. Activity has shrunk for 33 consecutive months, but the contractions were the slowest since August 2021. S&P says the findings suggest that the non-oil private sector has somewhat stabilized in recent months. And Israel has opened an embassy in Bahrain 3 years after normalizing ties. The opening of the diplomatic mission included a delegation of business people and government officials. Officials say the two sides will work together to increase the number of direct flights, tourism, trade volume, and investments. The normalization deal between Bahrain and Israel was part of the series of agreements known as the Abraham Accords, which were also signed with the UAE, Morocco, and Sudan. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.